Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to our Jefferson Middle School promotion ceremony. Good evening to our students, parents, family members, and friends, and to our honored guest. I am Miss Marin, the principal of Jefferson Middle School, and I have the extreme pleasure of giving you a warm welcome to our 2020 8th grade promotion ceremony. We have gathered this evening to celebrate and honor all the hard work our 8th graders have completed these past 3 years. Now please join me as we celebrate the achievements of this year's 8th grade class of 2020. Let the procession begin.
Magd Abdallah,
Leah Avalon,
Chantel Augustin,
Grant El Sayed,
Alex Arnold,
Roberto Asami,
Alexandria Astronomo,
Camilo Avalos Villegas,
Michaela Berchi,
Anthony Baya Odia,
Carson Bendo, Carnalu Barraclough,
Victoria Bauman,
Timothy Benedict,
Taylor Bolden,
Spencer Brubaker, Brandon Bruce,
Madison Cass,
Jorge Castaneda,
Alexa Castillo, Megan Charan, Kylie Chong, Elise Chun, Joshua Seco,
Cole Coffey, Endicott Coleman,
Savannah Comer,
Malia Crofton, Isabel Faith Cruzier,
Matthew Cutshaw,
Anaya Davidson, Alina Dayton Crichton,
Ray Della Torre,
Ida De Souza,
Kylie Steiberg,
Brennan Eleanor, Alsu Ersos,
Elijah Escobedo,
Julian Esquivosteta Zone,
Colin Falk,
Nikari Fernandez,
Evelyn Fernandez Gay,
Caitlin Bank,
Levante Ford,
Matthew Fradley,
Erica Fung,
Ritu Yanguli,
Caden Garcia, Matthew Garcia,
Brianna Jaleesa Garcia Baez,
Byron Garcia Bice,
Karen Gargas, Caitlin Gates, Mama Gilligan, Haley Michelle Gilman,
Jay Gomez, Martin Grauman,
Angelique Grijalva, Natalia Guerrero, Natalie Guzman,
Kai James Halpin,
Catherine Harris,
Lucy Hassenmeyer,
Zayed Shoaib Hasnan,
Amar Zara,
Madeline Heineman,
Elise Blue, Abby Hernandez,
Saul Hernandez Sanchez,
Giada Herrera, Giselle Herrera,
Renee Ho, Katie Ho, Lauren Holden,
Caden Holly,
Matthew Holden,
Allison Hongo, Sadie Hopkins, Mari Horna Munoz,
Ethan Sue,
Iris Sue,
Jesse Huang, Jackson Ida, Michael Shinzo Idia,
Sakura Ishizuka,
Paraishi Jane,
Abdul Qaid,
Marina Kamal,
Chloe King,
Grace King.
Aaron King.
Sophia Kapitsa, Emiko Kasai, Asta Kesha,
Darren Kawazoe. Khalid Khan.
Anna Kim, Isis Kim,
Sarah Kim.
Isla Kraus, Ibuki Kurata,
Daniel Kwok.
Dylan Kwan. Connor Larson. Eden La. Ignacio de Elma Reyes.
Lauren Lee, Morgan Lee, Anna Legaspi, Isabella Levinson,
Amelia Ligator.
Esther Zoe Lin,
Antonio Lopez.
Sophia Mina Lorenzo, Kaylee McKenzie, Kiki Martinez Garcia, Aina Matsugaya,
Sentaro Matsugaya.
Caitlin Matthews,
Zako Masmania.
Ryan McBride.
Danielle McLean,
Sean Melchor.
Philip Mihailovich.
Paige Mimura,
Ryan Mimura.
Lance Miyazaki.
Lucas Mo. Jake Moore. Daniel Moulton.
Jesse Moston, Ali Mokai,
Aiden Murata. Kataro Nagase. Sanji Nagata.
Isabella Nava, Reagan Naylor, Jasmine Nazar,
Aiden Wynn.
Justin Wynn.
Katie Wynn,
Salam Milrani.
Samuel Nunez.
Daniela Ortiz Miranda,
Justin Panganaban.
Abigail Park, Sejin Park, Avery Paulson, Bryn Paulson,
Morgan Payne.
Elise Margarita Pinato, Kayla Pimentel,
Lawrence Ong.
Trisha Prasad, Amana Rao, Howard Reyes, Crystal Ribble,
Noah Ricard.
Alyssa Rivera.
Ariana Rodriguez. Diana Rodriguez.
Sasha Regala,
Vincent Rosales.
Alana Sanchez,
Christian Sanchez. Leslie Sanitnaraton.
Amaya Sandless.
Isaac Michael Sandless.
Kristen Sayano,
Fiona Schlossman.
Nathan Sia.
Caden Servant.
Brooke Shepard, Joy Shin,
Hiro Shiraishi. Jesse Simon.
Eric Block.
Dylan Smith. Jagger Smith.
Haley Steck,
Sam Oluwasemuloy.
Marina Suzuki,
Pierce Zeto.
Silani James, Anna Terrell, Damia Thompson, Gracie Thompson,
Nick Timko.
Kaho Tomonaga, Emerson Turner,
Devin Duimura.
Naomi Feliz, Milani Vo,
Noah Wada.
Avery White,
Josh White,
Jeremiah Wilson,
Danielle Whistler,
Joshua Yamamoto Kim,
Miyu Yanagishita,
Dennis Giannis,
Jesse Eugene Yu,
Ellie Yoon,
Max Zahorik,
Martha Yasmin Zamora, Mia Savala,
Anthony Zeller,
Cirilla Zhang,
Serena Drew.
At this time, I would like to introduce our Student Council President and our promotion singer, Karen Gargis.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our national anthem? Please remove hats and hoods, place your right hand over your heart, and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Karen. That was beautiful. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our very special esteemed guest to our Jefferson Middle School 2020 8th grade promotion. Representing the school board is Mrs. Terry Reagans, the school board president. We appreciate having her here with us and joining us on this momentous evening. Now, a very special part of our Jefferson promotion ceremony is the opportunity for us to hear from some of our graduates. Tonight, I am pleased to introduce our first student speaker of the evening, Miss Madeline Heineman, whose speech is entitled Acts of Kindness.
Hello, Jefferson Middle School. I remember my first day of middle school like it was yesterday. A clear, bright, and sunny morning. I was nervous, kind of excited, and totally embarrassed. Both of my parents walked me right into school, took way too many pictures, and gave me a big smooch on the cheek before leaving. I was like, guys, come on. Anyway, that first day was a huge deal for many students, including me. The only person in the entire school I knew was my best friend, and we only had one class together. I didn't know what the other students and teachers at this new school would be like, and I had little confidence that I'd make new friends. But it took just my first 2 classes and my opinion changed, because at once I noticed how friendly you all were. My teachers had bright smiles on their faces, our principal and security guard were greeting everyone at the front gate, and those of you I met on the first day were so nice to me. So as I went through my day, I continued to feel better and better about how my middle school experience would go. Over these past 3 years, I've made many friends, partly because I forced myself to talk to other people, but mostly because many of you reached out to me. They made that extra effort to stick out a helping hand, offer an encouraging word, or a simple, friendly gesture. I especially remember my first few school lunches. My friend and I sitting on those hard cement benches, totally surrounded by strangers. It seemed we did not fit in anywhere. But then, one day, a future friend invited us to sit with her. We walked over to the new table, and everyone greeted us with friendly smiles. Up until then, I was completely nervous about what I would say and what I would do, but all my worries melted away when I met the new people at that table. It felt so good to have a nice place to sit with not only my best friend, but many more new people. Moments like these have really made my experience that much better. And as I wrap up my thoughts, I'm reminded of a quote by the Greek storyteller Aesop. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. This best represents my experience when I look back upon middle school. And as we move into high school, we must recognize that each of us contributes to other lives in profound ways, mostly unknown. But what is known is that your welcoming, friendly demeanor will surely have a positive impact on not only our student body, but our community, our society, and our world.
Thank you, Madeline, for your inspiring message. The class of 2020 has collectively been an engaged, curious, and a talented group with many endearing qualities. The achievements of our 8th grade class have been far and uniquely varied, perfectly suiting them as a group. It is my privilege to share their highlights along with site accomplishments from this academic year. Jefferson remains an exceptionally strong catalyst for our students to lead and serve the greater good of both our school and our surrounding community through service learning projects, through key programs and clubs on campus. To name a few programs, we have California Junior Scholarship Federation, led by Ms. Sweet, the first Lego League robotics team, Mr. Carey had part in that. Math Counts, it's Mr. White and Ms. Macbeth. Model United Nations with Mr. Decker. Project Lead the Way with Ms. Harkins. And the Student Council with Mr. Cheney were all opportunities for our students to both serve and lead. As a group, the 8th graders read almost 5,000 books for the Million Word Campaign and devoted thousands of hours of community service through their service learning projects through social studies class with Ms. Aragon and Mr. Decker. Jefferson students have also paved new ground this year. The multimedia class produced many new JMS news broadcasts. Students had an opportunity to use our gym, which is still new, and the locker rooms to change out for PE every period. We also used our gym for other major events, like the Dia de los Muertos celebration, which was amazing this year, thanks to Ms. Salfidi. Our student council helped to reimagine and create pep rallies, so we had more opportunities to bond with our staff and our students right here on campus during the school day. Our students have excelled at not only Jefferson, but they represented Jefferson at the district, city, and county levels, including the LA County Math Counts competition, at City Hall right here in Torrance, when they participated in a virtual Students in Government Day, and participating in and winning contests through the PTSA Reflections and the Stop the Stigma campaign. Jefferson sets a tone for our students in leadership. We model and lead as a school first, turning our school color of yellow to gold, and truly shining as a gold ribbon school. Speaking of leadership, I would like to call up here to the podium Miss Kristen Sayano, whose speech is titled, Growing to New Heights.
JMS Class of 2020. We are starting to conclude our last year of middle school at Jefferson. Thank you all for joining us for this important event. We began as small, green seeds, packed with capabilities and a desire to grow. We were encased in protective layers while preparing for a transition to the world around us. After this protection was eaten away, we started middle school, starting our adventure and trying to find a place to sprout. Here, we were exposed to new situations and surroundings, and barriers and roadblocks faced us. Nonetheless, we started growing out our roots to ground and secure each of us as we prepared to grow. After bumping into pebbles and rocks, pushing upwards and persevering, we were soon able to find the blue skies awaiting us. We were able to find the sun that shined its rays and guided us upwards to success, providing everyone with light so we can start creating what we need, both for us and our peers. And as time passed, seeds became seedlings. And now we're ready to start growing into new types of plants and growing sky high, branching out to new opportunities. Reflecting back, we can see all our struggles, setbacks, and errors, yet our accomplishments and successes glow brighter. However, this does not mean our mistakes are waste products. They are instead essential nutrients to keep. By using experiences and knowledge we gained these 3 years, we'll head to high school, achieving both personal and academic growth. We thank our parents and guardians, staff, teachers, and administration so much for being our son, providing us with help, support, knowledge, and love. We will continue to strive and grow towards success, reaching new heights and gaining so much more in high school. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. A couple of days ago, we celebrated the achievements of many of our 8th grade students at our annual award ceremony. Students, teachers, parents, and family members helped celebrate the academic and school-wide achievements of this amazing group of students. Our honored recipients are printed in this evening's program, and each of these students will receive a medallion, pin, or a cord. At the awards ceremony, we also recognize the students who served with the California Junior Scholarship Federation, and they completed 1 semester, 2 semesters, or all 3 semesters of service. Finally, we recognize students who were part of our student council, students who were part of and completed our math counts team, and students who had perfect attendance all 3 years at Jefferson. Students who received the Torrance Pathway to Biliteracy Award, and our gold medalists in the Million Word Campaign. Last but not least, the students who received the Presidential Silver and the Presidential Gold recognition. Please join me in celebrating the outstanding achievement of all of these students. In the past year, you can see that we have built on our many strengths and made important progress in key areas. As we continue on our path toward greater accomplishment, I am grateful for the commitment to our future shown by our Jaguar family. Speaking of the future, our final promotion speaker of the evening is Darren Kawazoe, with his speech entitled, A Journey of Transformation.
Well, 8th graders, we've done it. Our middle school experience is finally coming to an end as a brand new one awaits ahead. This next chapter will not be any less challenging. But looking back in our past 3 years, I believe we've surpassed our limits and overcome any challenge that came in our way. It seems so long ago when we first set foot in this unforeseen territory, as nervous 6th graders, fumbling with their locker combinations and racing from one period to another, hoping we'd make it to class before the tardy bell rings. Each 8th grader that passed us in the hallway were like knights in their kingdoms. We stared at them in awe as they walked down the hall. How could these 8th graders be so calm when we only have 3 minutes to get from class to class? How can they balance these towers of textbooks with such poise and confidence? Will I survive the homework load from 6 different classes? Well, this is something I failed to understand. Up until now. It's because of these experiences, the fun activities, the clubs, and the friendships that we've made here at Jefferson that made us who we are now. Each challenge, every struggle, and every obstacle we encountered helps us transform to be ready for whatever we may encounter in our next path through high school. Of course, one thing is for certain, we wouldn't have been able to get where we are now without the help from the amazing supportive teachers and staff here at Jefferson Middle School. Thank you to all the teachers who've guided us through each grade and prepared us with the knowledge that we will use in our next stage and beyond. Also, a big thanks to our parents and family who've always trusted us and supported us and helped us pursue our dreams and goals and made it possible for us to move forward with poise and solidity. They have taught us that when we transform ourselves, we change the whole world around us for the better. With the next 4 years of high school ahead, we can move forward with the confidence and the motivation to make a difference in this world. We are the class of 2020. We are the future. We can conquer the world. As Gandhi once declared, be the change that you want to see in the world.
Thank you, Darren. And thank you to all the speakers and performers this evening. We truly appreciate you sharing your talents, as well as your reflections and memories of your time here at Jefferson. On that note, I would like to formally present our 2020 8th grade class for acceptance to our audience and distinguished guest, Mrs. Terry Reagans, School Board President, the phenomenal Jefferson staff, parents, family, and friends. In accordance with the California Education Code and the rules and regulations of the Torrance Unified School District, and by the authority invested in me as principal of Jefferson Middle School, I certify that the students of the class of 2020 have met the promotion requirements. Mrs. Reagans, I present them to you as a representative of the Torrance Unified School District Board of Education. Please welcome Mrs. Reagans to accept the class of 2020.
Good evening, everyone. Family, friends, teachers, school staff, but most of all, students of the Jefferson Middle School 8th grade class of 2020. I am Terry Reagans, the president of the Torrance School Board, as your principal just said. I am honored to be here as the official TUSD representative at this illustrious promotion event, a virtual event, if you will, a definite historical first. This is a very strange time in history. We are all living the history of the coronavirus pandemic, whether we like it or not. We have all lived through 3 months now of distance at-home learning, restrictive, safer at-home orders to just stay home, social and physical distancing, washing our hands much more often and for longer periods of time. My skin is so dry. Cleaning everything more often. And lastly, wearing those mandatory face masks. Face masks are our new fashion apparel. Students, you are all COVID crusaders. But yet, you are still achieving. In spite of the astounding trials and tribulations of this past year, you have still successfully reached your promotion ceremony to leave middle school behind and move on into your future in high school. I praise your hard work under these amazing circumstances. Job well done. And now for my official function here today. I actually do have one. Here we go. On behalf of the Torrance Board of Education and TUSD, I accept each and every member of this Jefferson Middle School 8th grade class of 2020 as qualified for promotion to the promise and excitement of high school, perhaps West High or somewhere else. But please wish you well wherever you are bound. Congratulations all, you are now officially promoted.
Thank you, Mrs. Reagans. Class of 2020, we are all very proud of your growth and accomplishments this year. You are part of the Jaguar family, and you always will be. And you will certainly be missed by our staff. We trust you will put to good use the skills, the talents, the abilities you learned here at Jefferson. Take yourself to greater successes in high school and beyond. And in doing so, we wish you all the best. I want you to remember one thing. In life, there's only a couple of things that you need to follow, and you'll have a good life. You need to work hard, always, and you just need to be a good person. Because if you don't do one of those things, or if you don't do both, struggle will come. And people will know if you aren't genuine. So be true to who you are. Always be nice, and always work hard. I promise you good things will happen. In closing, I would like to invite our Student Council President, Karen Gargis, to read a traditional ceremonial closing for us.
And now, dignitaries, parents, families, and friends, it gives me a great deal of pride to present to you the Jefferson Middle School graduates of the class of 2020.
I'd like to thank this 8th grade class one last time. You are the first class that I have been with from 6th grade all the way through 8th grade, so you are extra special to me. Thank you, parents, family, and friends, and our distinguished guest, for joining us on this momentous evening. Please help me in congratulating the JMS Class of 2020.